Agree. I mean,
Sick,
you're
dude. What are you up
not,
to, man?
you're not gonna fuck this up this time, right? um, Not much, man. Just I was watching some Netflix, hanging out. Went to the gym today. Met with my dad, and got a lot of work done. Got a proposal in that was very good for the people I put it in for. So chilling.
That's sick, dude. All right, dude. So like the first one we got cut off. Can we kind of do a quick recap of sort of how we got to? I wanted to talk about. We didn't talk last time about how like me and you hung out with Jake, and I thought that was kind of important to how it kind of built my character to kind of the person I am today, kind of like balance out stress and stuff, to have a good time and stuff.
Yeah, and I think you also learned
So
what you
yeah,
didn't want to do as well. You learned like you needed to have some discipline and some structure. Like you
dude,
went all out
yo.
for a little bit, had fun, and then you're like, this lifestyle is not sustainable.
No, but all right. So basically, you just show up at Shepherd Center, dude. You just show up because he's like, I'm just gonna go there because some random person was like, yo, it's cool to go, and you show up.
Well, we can't say some random person. We know who it is. Not gonna act like I just hit up some stranger on the internet and they were
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Yeah, go see Ian."
no,
But yeah, so it was a mutual friend between us who said that she had spoken to either your mom or your sister or somebody that said that it was fine for me to come down to the Shepherd Center to come see you. So, myself had just been there 3 years before you were, was very familiar with the location and how to navigate the place. And I knew where the brain unit was at or the head trauma unit was at. So I made my way on through. Of course, they don't really check me because I'm in a wheelchair, so nobody says too much. They probably think I'm a person there. And head up to the trauma unit where you are, and you have to be buzzed into that unit. Like you can't enter that floor on your own like you can on other floors. So that's how I knew this was like a serious place. But got in there, talked to the. You had some gorgeous nurses on your floor. Like you had the most beautiful
yeah,
nurses. My
yeah,
nurses look nothing
I
like your
remember.
nurses did.
Yeah, I
But I
remember.
was just in there talking, maybe smiling a little bit, and they were able to tell me where your room was. They said that you were not in your room, but they said you'd be back soon. And so I go in there and I wait a little bit. In about 5 minutes, you show up. And your dad immediately goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
Dude, how hard? How exactly what he said, dude?
And I was just like, I'm Ian's friend. I think I backed up into the corner a little bit too,
Yeah,
just to make sure I had a little bit more room before he started to attack me.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, luckily, this is 2, 3, 4 days right after you're out of a coma that you were in for about what, a whole month essentially.
Yeah, 4 weeks, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you were in a wheelchair still at the time. You weren't talking at the time. And I was sitting there, talking to a higher power, hoping that you remembered who I was because we'd only really met each other twice before that. We didn't really hang out in
Yeah,
person.
dude.
We talked on Xbox a little bit and kind of became friends, but we definitely weren't as close as we are now. That's for sure.
Yeah, I only remember meeting you honestly one time at Gatorback, and then like talking to you on Xbox, and that's really it, dude. To be honest.
We met at Loretta's with the unnamed person that
Oh
told
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. Then that I probably recall that as well then too. Yeah. But either way,
Yeah.
it's just funny that my dad just like now we're like best friends and boys and stuff. It's just funny that how it all worked out. Yeah, what was
Yeah,
your
he
time?
asked.
What was your time like there, dude?
Oh,
Was
it's
it?
funny. Like when he asked you, he was like, you like looked at me, and it took you a little bit to respond, and I wanted to get up and run out of the room. I was just hoping, like I couldn't bail. I had to hope that you remembered me, and luckily you did.
Uh,
You're like,
yeah, dude.
yeah, I think
Oh
so.
my
He was
god.
like, hey, that's a friend, I think. But my time there, I it was weird because I hate being in a hospital in general and just
Yeah,
kind of that situation. Also, be more professional and put your phone on silent, please.
yeah, I know, dude. Right?
But I
This is
wanted to
your
get out of
first
the
time
hospital.
podcasting. Press one, dude.
I wanted to get out of the hospital. I didn't like waking up early. I didn't like people taking care of me. I hated like the over optimistic nurses and people like that would like be so celebratory of some like the small things I did. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh, you're doing so great. Like keep I'm like, dude, stop the bullshit. Like I hate that. I hate that. But all that kind of pushed me to get out of there actually really fast. And at the time, I was the fastest person to graduate out of in person or in what it called inpatient rehab.
yeah.
I was the fastest person to graduate from that unit at the time. And then once I got home, I actually missed it. I was like, dang, like
You
everything
did,
was
right?
all there.
Did they give you like a, did you have like a, did they give you like a date of when you were expected, like a discharge date? Like, did they evaluate you and tell you when they were going to probably expect to be leaving?
I'm sure they did. I just
You
never
know,
paid
oh, like I
attention.
remember just having a date. Like they were like, oh, by, I think it was like, I think it was like it was, maybe it was like July 8th or July 9th or something. So I just remember that being like the date. I'm like just counting down because that's whenever you were supposed to be at the point where you could be like, I guess, I don't know, like you could be
Sustainable,
freaking
like you can't
sustainable.
get
Yeah. Like whatever. Like you could be like,
self-sufficient.
yeah, you could be without, you don't need any, like someone to live with you. You were like, able to take care of yourself.
Yeah, how
It's
old were you?
completely independent, I guess, is what it would be. Is all they're trying to get you like to be independent again without having to depend on somebody to take care of you.
Yeah, were you 18 at the time when you got hurt?
19.
You're 19?
Yeah.
Well, that's probably why, because you were an adult at the time and they knew I was going to go right back and live with my parents. And
Oh,
I
for
think,
real?
yeah, you were living on the own at your time, huh?
Yeah, I was, but I mean, I still was going back to live with my parents in Florida, so they knew I was going back home. But I mean,
True. Yeah,
I mean,
they weren't just going to send you out. Like, hey, good
like,
luck, man.
I mean, I still learned how to pretty much get by with what I had at the time, which was just like my right side and a
Yeah,
wheelchair. Yeah.
definitely a fall risk, that's for sure. They probably
Yeah,
had one of those.
yeah, fall wrist, dude. You wear that. What do you wear? You wear what's the belt, dude?
Oh, they hold on to you. They kind of like
Dude,
walk
like
with you.
there's a gate belt that you have to wear. Like if you're a
Yeah,
fall
that's what it's
wrist,
called.
don't they make you wear something if you're a fall wrist? Don't you wear like something, a tag or something?
Yeah, they make you put like a bracelet on or something.
Yeah,
Like,
the bracelet. That's what it is. Dude, that crap is so annoying, dude. That shit'll
that's
like you'll see that shit, it'll cringe. You're like, oh god, I gotta get out of here, dude.
yeah. Um, what were we just talking about too? Holy
Did you
shit.
make friends in there, dude?
No, not really,
Did
actually.
you like the
Uh,
food, dude? The food was
uh,
fucking really good, in my opinion. I thought the food was really good.
it was good. Some of the meals were really good, but I didn't eat much, and we ended up like going to Chick-fil-A a whole bunch, and we snuck out one
I
time
couldn't
when we
even leave, dude, for like a
yeah,
majority of the time.
I wasn't allowed to. We snuck out one time, and we got in trouble for doing it.
No, like I
But
couldn't even go outside because like I couldn't even like eat. I was still eating like I was like eating all puree stuff because I couldn't swallow it. I was eating like I've had a feeding tube and stuff.
yeah,
I didn't
we
get to
had
go out.
two.
I was trying to go into pathways, dude. Yeah, like I was
We had
stuck
two.
inside the whole time.
We had two completely different experiences.
That's why I was wondering what your. That's why I was asking what yours was like because mine was just like I was stuck in the one. Like I just went to the cafeteria and came back to my room and that was all I did. The gym and cafeteria in my room.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what I did too. Was like just doing the rehabilitation things. They would wake you up so early. I hated waking up early because I was homeschooled at the time, so I didn't have to wake up that early for a long time. And then they were waking me up at like 7 in the morning to like, and they would wake you up throughout the night, like to do shots and like do all these weird things.
All
And
the medicine and stuff was so annoying, dude.
so annoying. You couldn't get like 3 hours of sleep in. You'd be woken
Yeah,
up. And by the time you start to fall asleep again, you're woken up like another hour and a half later or something. Like it was
yeah.
weird. So that sucked. I couldn't wait to be in my own bed and out of that. But I didn't really make friends there. I was just really focused on getting the hell out and going back to a normal life essentially. And my roommate, because I don't know if no, you had your own room, but I shared a room with a guy, and he was like in a car accident. Was a quadriplegic, so he had the thing in his neck. And I
Yeah.
remember them like having to clear that out every night and just
Straight,
listen to
yeah, dude.
yeah gurgle and kind of get all that
Yeah.
phlegm out of his neck. Ugh, that was
That
bad.
sucks, dude. And that's
Yeah,
like
it
the
just made me
safer way.
appreciate what I had though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because that was terrible, and he had to always have somebody take care of him. Like at least me, I knew I was going to be able to do stuff on my own and take care of me.
Yeah. I have a friend, yeah, that sucks. That
Oh, to depress me.
makes me cringe, dude. I have a friend that had one of those. He has still has a
Yeah,
scar now. Just, yeah. Apparently, it's a safer way to do. It's a better way for air, like to get air in the lungs without because if you the close off your airway. Because I was intubated for 4 weeks and I got pneumonia, dude. And they pretty much knew it was gonna happen. They just were like, well, they wanted to avoid doing the trach because the trach is like a traumatic thing.
yeah. The trach is
The
gnarly.
scar,
That's what
all
people.
the scarring. I don't know. I think my brother was trying to avoid it too. So they were trying to wait it out. And then it's like they kept waking me up, and I would be like choking on my all the phlegm and from pneumonia, and like put me back in the coma. Then finally I got out of it. And I was that's when I woke up at Shepherd Center. It was like right out of the coma. I woke up. That's when I first woke up. I was there.
What a weird trip. You teleported essentially.
Yeah,
You
dude.
fucking you hit the ground and teleported a month ahead to a different city in a
Yeah,
different
dude.
state.
And I have memories of like that transition from Halifax to Shepherd Center. And I've talked to Zeppy about it before, like in detail. And I was like, "Do you think these are real?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think they're real. They're just probably not stored in the correct place." But like I have memories of like seeing the plane and like seeing X-rays and seeing scans and all kind of weird shit, like hallways and shit. Like I have vivid, like I've seen it. Like there's a vivid, like I probably had like a minute of consciousness where I was like vivid and like clear, and I observed and it just got banked, and I never seen it again, dude. I just can't find it.
Yeah,
Like
so you're about to say,
accurately, dude. I don't know. I can't tell you where it's at, but like I've seen it before somewhere. Because like when I went back to Halifax, I remembered all the voices of those nurses that I've met they took care of me when I was in the coma. I recognized all their voices, dude, immediately. I'm like, whoa, I've heard this dude's voice before, for sure. It was weird. I've never met them before in my life, and I knew who they were, like by their voice. I recognized them immediately.
that's wild. Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of like our phones when they're on sleep, but they're still listening.
exactly. It was weird.
That's
So I'm just saying there must have been points of time where I was able to like observe a little bit.
yeah, you're definitely soaking some stuff in it. It sounds
Because
like.
I mean, everything I ask about comas, all the doctors are saying that pretty much people that know the most about them are the people who've been in them. They don't really know anything about comas at all. Like from
I can
medical
imagine.
standpoint, it's not just like it's just theoretical. They don't really know.
It makes sense. I mean, like how it's like theoretical about what happens when you die, essentially.
Yeah,
Like no one
exactly. So you're unconscious. They don't know what's going on. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a
yeah,
mixture of a lot of drugs and unconsciousness too. So it's just
yeah. And
yeah,
everybody's experience is probably different than the other
yeah,
person's,
for
you know.
sure, dude.
Huh. Interesting. That's wild. I mean, it's like my buddy Darius, he's paralyzed the same level that I'm at.
Yeah,
Same kind of like crash, essentially, broke his back completely in half.
yeah.
But he can still feel his legs. He just can't walk. He's paralyzed, but he can feel everything.
Darius can feel his legs.
Yeah,
Really?
all that shit. Yep.
It has no motor control.
No motor control.
Huh.
I don't know if I liked it. I don't know if I like that. You know, what if I?
Where's his injury at, dude?
Huh?
You know where his injury's at?
Yeah, that's why it's the same as mine. T7, T8.
It's T. It's T.
Yeah, it's a high T. It's like right, like mid
Is he
chest.
complete?
Yep.
Whoa, dude. See, that's weird to me, man. I don't get that side of the nervous system, man. That stuff doesn't make sense to me. Because like my brother was telling me about that stuff. He was like, when some of that stuff is like pretty cut and dry with the spinal cord stuff, like the brain has some plasticity in it where it can like MacGyver itself and compensate and get certain things done without some of the functions that were destroyed.
Yeah.
Where the spinal cord can sometimes, I guess.
I don't think the scar tissue builds up and it blocks all those nerve signals,
Yeah,
essentially, especially
yeah,
if you completely sever it. I mean, it's a difference like just damaging it and kind of
yeah.
having those nerves damaged and try to regrow back. And maybe that's something similar. But yeah, if you sever it and the connection's completely lost, I don't know what they do.
Yeah, it's all
Besides
good though. Dude,
stuff.
Neuralink's gonna take care of it, dude. Telling you,
Yeah.
dude. I've got high hopes, man. Did you see the monkey dude play video games? I mean, you've seen that shit, right? I sent it to you, dude. The monkey playing Pong, dude. So they put a Neuralink in this monkey's head. Oh, they first of all they taught him to play Pong, like just like three, like the fucking up and down, hitting it left to right. And so he's playing, like he learns how to play it. Then they put a Neuralink in the game, and they retrieve the signals from him moving the controller, and then unplug the controller and put the signals into the game. And they unplug the controller from the fucking TV, and he's playing the game with his mind, but moving the controller, but still moving the thing without the controller plugged in the TV. It's all in his head, and he's playing fast as shit. It's amazing.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's insane. It's on Instagram. I'll send it to you, dude.
And that's
So
kind of
they're already reading. They're already reading. The only thing they haven't done yet is write.
between that and Boston Dynamics and
Oh, it's scary, dude.
terrified.
It's really scary.
What's
I
going
wonder.
on in Afghanistan?
Yeah. I
All
read
this stuff.
I read into a lot about who can get in the trials, and they're only like you have to be like a severe paraplegic to get into the trials of Neuralink. They're looking for
Yeah,
like really really bad injuries. You have to be like you can't even talk and shit pretty much. They want you to be like completely paralyzed.
we're looking for people with nothing to lose.
Yeah, so like, but people with our injuries will be like the first people to get it. Though you'll be eligible to get it because you won't be able to get it if you're not injured at first. I don't think.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
I
yeah,
wonder how much it's going to cost though. That's what I want to know. What do you think, dude?
$100,000, if not more, I would imagine, without insurance.
Well, of course, insurance is not going to cover it, dude.
Yeah,
My LASIK was like 4,800,
with
and that's
insurance.
and that's no insurance, just cash,
Okay.
and that's like
Yeah.
modern day like eye surgeries, and that was in 2017. But so like articles say that that's what Neuralink is shooting to become a service like LASIK someday. But like, I mean, when it first comes out, it's going to be expensive as shit, obviously.
Yeah, I know.
I've heard people say between 10 and 15 at first, and then it would get lower. But I was thinking like literally like to the point where you can't even afford it, like it's $1 million, dude.
Yeah, I was thinking some. I mean, maybe 50 is more fair, to be honest, especially if they're trying to sell it. But I think what his whole proposal around it and his whole ideation around is making it affordable kind of for everybody to be
Yeah,
able to do. Because there'd be such a
yeah,
difference between the haves and the have-nots.
yeah.
Like if you're completely broke and then all these rich people that had billions and millions of dollars were able to get this Neuralink and operate at a certain level that they're already operating at a pretty high level. Like it would just turn into a different, like everybody up here, the high class and low class. There'd be no middle class or anything in between. It'd be insane. We'd be back to the years of having slaves and people,
Yeah. But no, that's why it's cool. It's someone like Elon doing it. It's just a person doing it. So it's just a dude doing good stuff, you know?
well, a lot of people have done a lot of incredible things that have been for not good things too at the same time. That's the other thing. We're
I mean, it's
human,
a
we're
double-edged
flawed.
sword,
And then
whatever.
even there's also the fact that he's probably doing it for a good cause, but people have other ways of taking things and using it for bad, essentially. I don't want to say evil. It sounds too
Whenever you can
condemnation.
use it and use your legs again, though. So I'm saying, like, you can use it however you want to. Like, it'll just be
Exactly.
technology that you can use, like, just like computers are now. Some people use them to control drones with and shoot missiles in countries. Some people use them to fucking Skype.
Exactly. And computers get hacked all the time too. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, dude. Whatever, dude.
Put it in me.
Whatever.
Trying to feel the trying to feel lefty again, dude.
No, dude.
Tired of beating up my car with my wheelchair. Let me just walk into it, man.
Dude, do you think when we were talking about some of that shit about like hanging out with Lacey and them, do you think that's a skill like or a practice you have to keep up with, like kind of balancing out like when to take things too serious and when to just kind of like be like, yo, it's all good, let it fly.
Well, that's definitely something I've learned over time. I think it came after that breakup. I kind of had that realization that I wasn't balancing my life well. It was a whole bunch of going out, staying up too late, not getting good sleep, being stressed about my work, like losing things, being stressed about that. It was like causing this whole snowball effect of inconvenience, essentially. And other than the fact of like YOLO, you only live once, like enjoy the life and do whatever. I didn't really have anything to celebrate at the time. And I feel like that whole notion of you only live once, like just kind of like that's a wasted life essentially. If all you do is party and go out and drink all the time, like you're not living to your full potential. I think you're really stressing yourself out and taking years off your life doing stuff like that, and you're not really living your best life. So I really started to find a balance of just like essentially not doing anything during the weekday. Essentially, if I do go out on the weekends, it's for somebody's a celebration for something, or we're getting together some friends, or it's just been a long time. For me, maybe I think that period of my life has just kind of passed where I don't really care to go to the spot. I don't want to go to some place where like everybody's like, it was a movie last night. I don't really care for that anymore. I'm very focused on building this company and kind of getting this thing to a place where it can sell. I think it's the championship that I never won in motocross. I want to complete this and kind of feel some satisfaction with myself, essentially. Some like I accomplished something really cool. So that's my focus. But definitely for people out there that like going out and partying and doing that stuff, there needs to be a balance.
No, but how do
Because
you
it's gonna
balance
catch
your
up with you.
stress, dude? Like, how do you balance your stress personally? Like, how do you balance the fact that there's stuff riding on your back to get done, and sometimes it's like there's an obvious path, and sometimes there's not. Like, how do you handle that?
Sometimes I just cry, dude.
You just figure it out. You just do it. You just figure it out, right?
Yeah, I mean, luckily I've kind of always had that mindset, and it probably got me into trouble a lot as a kid, actually. I would kind of do things that I wanted to do, and then when something would break or go wrong, I'd say, I can fix this. Like, I can figure this out. Like, there's a way
Yeah,
around it.
yeah. We'll figure it out later.
Taking that into everything here. I mean, all the stuff that I'm doing right now is one, not going to kill me. Two, it will be so far in the past that I want to remember that it was a thing in my life at some point. And then three, I mean, we're all gonna die anyway, so why does it really matter? Like I mean, I still have those thoughts that creep in where like I really have anxiety and like I overthink things and probably create narratives and stories that aren't true. But meditation helps a lot. Exercise definitely helps a lot to kind of just feel good about yourself and clear your mind. And then eating right, drinking water, and a little bit of marijuana here and there too as well. You got to medicate and level out sometimes. Just don't abuse it.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has to find a way to manage stress, and
Oh
um,
yeah, I totally get it.
yeah, I feel like alcohol is a band-aid. Actually, it doesn't
Yeah,
work.
yeah,
Covers things up for a little bit and numb
yeah.
things. You're left with everything else. I think you have to like really work on changing the way you think about things. That's been something I've tried to do. Whenever I get down those negative thoughts or feel anxious about stuff, I just kind of like bring myself down to a level place and go, hey, like it's okay. You got to get through this some way. It's got to get done, or it's not going to get done.
Yeah,
One or the other is going to happen, and then like everything will be okay. Like life will still go on,
yeah.
essentially. So, um,
Hey, who is like I haven't been paying attention to too much amateur guys. Who's the guy that's gonna be coming up next that's gonna looking really good to you, dude? Who are you
in the
feeling right
next
now? The guy that's gonna be coming up,
in the next 2 years,
which is
the
that's gonna be the next guy, like this next coming season, dude.
this next coming season. Well,
Who raced, who, who
besides
raced,
Levi
who
Kitchen
raced the last three that was looking good, dude? Anybody new?
or Levi, I mean, Levi stood out. Well, I can't say I've watched him for a long time. Like I have, but when he was riding 85 Super Minis 125, so it wasn't really anything that special. Like his riding style was great and everything,
Yeah,
but he never really did anything spectacular. And then when he went to Loretta's, I guess that was last year. Yeah, right before he signed his star deal and won in 250B limited and 450B limited.
yeah,
I knew that those weren't the classes that all the good guys were racing, but the way
yeah,
that he did it and the way that he looked on the bike and the control and the flow and the momentum that he carried and
yeah.
just like he looked so in the right place at the right time and like he was moving with the bike and the bike was never fighting him, like he was just rolling with it. I was like, that's something special. And then also the first moto I saw, Daxton Bennick, he got the whole shot actually. It started to go away and Levi was somewhere in the back, and this is before I saw him. Right, this is like the first moto of the week that I saw, and he was 20 something seconds back, and I was like, oh, Bennick's going to win this race. And then all of a sudden, Levi was just like 3, 4, 5 seconds faster than everybody else and caught him past him and checked out. And I was like, whoa. And that's when I noticed him. But I think he's going to do some special things. I don't know about Jet Reynolds yet. I would keep an eye out for Dylan Schwartz going in next year. I know he's not like a rookie, but I think he's very talented. Chance Hymas looks really good on the bike as well.
Really?
Yeah, from all the podcasts I listen to, I hear he's going to sign with Factory Honda too.
Oh,
So,
we're at amateur.
yep. So probably hear something October ish, I guess, when all those deals are over.
Right.
He's supposed to go to Factory Honda, and Factory Honda, like 250 and 450, those bikes look incredible. I know Jet, Hunter, Ken, and Sexton have like really great riding styles, but the bike just looks phenomenal under them. Like it doesn't look like they're hitting any break bumps. It looks plush. I think that's a
Wow.
lead combination right there.
Nice.
I know I'm missing some other people as well. I wish I could remember them all right now, but there's a few people in the B class that I think are going to be really good as well.
Who's your favorite guy to watch right now on TV, dude? Just
I would
just
have to
like
say
regardless, like, it doesn't matter. Just sick all around, regardless of
Ty,
result. Who?
Ty Masterpool. Ty Masterpool.
Pool is dope, dude. I'm bummed he hasn't been looking great the last few races though. But I was so
He's
hyped on him. It's been looking all
Yeah, he
right.
got it. Yeah, he got it back. I mean, I think he was sick for a little bit or was dealing with some sort of injury for a while. About a few rounds ago, like going into the break, and
Yeah.
then this past round, I think he's just fading a little bit. He's blowing up. I think
Yeah.
he's also trying really hard to keep up with those other bikes. I don't think
Yeah.
his motor's even close to par with the Yamaha or the Honda or Pro Circuit for that matter. But he's putting it in the top 10. I think he'd use a little bit more fitness for sure, but he's really talented too. That's somebody I watch like ride the bike really well. So I like watching him ride. And then I don't know why I like Justin Cooper as well. I like watching him ride.
Dude, yeah,
Something
he's
about
so sick. His style is sick.
it doesn't look like it does look like he's going fast, but it looks super easy to him. Looks like he can do it all day.
Yeah, I know. I like that. I don't know, he rides the Yamaha really well, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I
He's
think
like a
that like
hybrid style of like some of the European guys plus the like aggressive. It's like a nice switch of both like flow and being aggressive. I
what's
think.
crazy is Jarrett Fry. That was somebody I really thought was going to do something special, especially when he signed with Star, because he was riding with that Bar X team for a little bit in B class, and he was really talented. And then he got the Star ride, and I was like, oh man, everybody should look out. And I don't think he's cracked the top 5 once in anything. I don't know if he's cracked it in Supercross. I don't know if he's done it last year, the last 3 rounds that he did. I don't think he's done it this year.
Yeah.
That's tough because I know they have a lot of people coming up through the feeder. So it looks like
I mean, like if you sign with Star and then you only race one season and then you just like have some bad luck and have a few injuries and only have a few races to show what you have.
well, the thing is, I think he's been at like every race. I don't think he missed
no
the
one's
race.
off his own. All right, yeah,
Yeah,
I need to get the benefit of the doubt, dude. But I mean,
yeah.
if he's been sucking, he's been sucking, dude.
And I don't think like his career is over. Hopefully, he can figure it out. Maybe he's got some distractions, a girlfriend. I don't know. Maybe the pressure's too much at that team. Maybe he doesn't perform that well when the stakes are that high and people are really looking at him like that.
Yeah,
But he's really talented. So I don't think his career is over. Hopefully, he can go someplace that's like a satellite team and get it figured out, have less pressure, and really show some people what he can do.
yeah.
But it has not gone as planned, not as I thought it would when he signed with Star.
I don't know, dude. I mean, it's definitely different, I guess. But I mean,
It's different, but
everybody peaks at different points.
yeah, I wish one person I wish got more time was Jordan Bailey. I think he was
He
really
was
starting.
good, dude.
Yeah, he was actually like
When I was still riding in Florida.
yeah,
Yeah, a little bit. He was on freaking 60s when I was riding, but I mean,
mm-hmm.
he was still like someone I used to ride with a lot, and like he was a little kid that I'd mess around with and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, he was good back then. I mean, he's pretty much been good all his amateur career, but when he went to Rockstar, went pro, the first year was a little bit shaky, but I think that second year, I mean, I was watching him ride. He looked in command, like he looked really good. He had some good results. I just think I don't know.
Isn't he at Baker's?
No, no, I don't think so. I think he's still doing MTF.
I thought he was training at all Baker's place now.
No, I think he does MTF every now and then.
Really?
Yeah, pretty sure he's still there.
I thought Rockstar had a deal with Baker's place. No.
Yeah, and he hasn't rode for them for like 2 years now. He got dropped like 2 years ago. He's been riding for Ty Lube Honda.
Yeah. No, okay. Yeah, but shit.
Okay. Yeah, he was probably at Baker's during Rockstar. Yeah, I'm sure he was there training with the 250 team.
Is Jalik there now?
Yeah, Jalik and Styles, and then
Dude, Jalik is sick, man.
Yeah, I'm starting to see.
He rides too freaking crazy, but he's sick.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of riding crazy, Hampshire, man, he's fun to watch.
Oh, dude, yeah. He's got speed just to chill it out a minute, dude.
Let's take it down 10%.
Got a cool man. Yeah.
It is hectic, and I'm always just like waiting for the front end to twitch and just.
But dude, he's got speed, man.
Yeah, he does.
He
I
does.
think
He's got like he kid's loose and he's strong. He's got a lot of. He's like his endurance is strong too, but he's just
I think
sketch, man.
I think before the break, like the first 5 rounds or so, first 4 rounds, he
Yeah.
was the fastest guy at most of those
Oh,
rounds.
raw speed, he's gnarly,
Yeah,
dude.
I think he was the fastest guy out there. Like some
Raw
of those
speed,
moves
he's
he
really
lost.
fast, dude. If he's not crashing, he needs to be up front, dude. His
Waiting
starts
for that
often
rear
suck too,
naked.
though. So like he always gets a shitty start, but if he gets a good start and like he's get that first lap, he's up front, he's gonna be up front for a while, dude.
I
Unless
was thinking of,
unless he goes down.
I was thinking about it, and I wonder how he would do on a star bike, where he didn't have to try so hard to keep up. Because I don't know, I don't think that Husky makes a whole lot of horsepower, or nowhere near as much as Yamaha does or the Honda does right now.
I don't
I feel
know,
like
dude.
he has to ride it like so hard just to keep up, essentially.
I don't know, dude. And like, how do you really freaking know? Like, I don't know what those bikes are like, man. Like, maybe they suck, maybe they don't. I have no freaking idea, dude.
I mean, I just don't think KTM's have ever really been known to be hard hitting bottom kind of bikes in general. Huskies, KTM's are kind of like a smooth, high revving bike, essentially. Like you can get it up there on the top end pretty well, but bottom end wise, I think they've always kind of, slacked there, but been a really good mid to high end type of bike, essentially.
I mean,
Um,
their stuff is freaking like all the stuff that they're getting now is so modified that it doesn't even matter about manufacturer. It's more about like the support they're getting, right? Like, unless you're racing a stock class, why does it matter what manufacturer bike you're riding, dude? It's not going to make a difference, anyways.
I heard this saying, I mean, and it was mostly about Suzuki, is that you can take a Yamaha and make something that's fast even faster, but there's even more work to put into making a Suzuki or something that's not fast, and to make it
Oh,
reliable, at the same
maybe,
time.
yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm not a mechanic. I never worked on my bikes really at all, so I have no idea. But I'm just saying, I don't know if it really makes. I don't know if it's going to make a rider a
Yeah.
champion.
I think they're all so close. There's all the bikes are so equal these days
I
that
think they're
it's
pretty close now, dude. What it looks like to me, back in the
like the
day, it was
250
like
class.
PC was clearly better than everybody, and now like
Mars,
then
no, I think
Geico crept up, and then Star all of a sudden crept up too, and now like
Stars clear.
Husky's in there too, and so they're all pretty freaking close. Like no, like there's no clear dominant team right now, even
No.
talent wise, dude. Yeah.
Oh no, I think Star's pretty dominant right now. I mean, how many of the past besides when Zach Osborne was there and won 2000, what was that, 16 or 17? Um, when was the last time a different bike has won the championship? AP 18. Oh, okay, Cinderello in 19, but Ferrandis in 20, and then you had Cooper Webb and you had Jeremy Martin and like you had Osborne between
Well,
that.
yeah,
But
Star and Geico have been completely dominating, but I mean that's just like the natural swing of things. Like that'll change eventually. I think. I think it's
agreed.
always changing too, and like I haven't heard that there's going to be a change in sponsors at some point too. Like the energy drink companies are going to step out at some point, and there'll be a new wave of like title sponsors that come through and sponsor teams, dude.
We better hope so.
Like
This
Marlboro,
energy
dude.
drink big. You said Marlboro?
Yeah,
Marlboro?
Marlboro spikes, dude.
Grizzly, Copenhagen coming in.
Copenhagen, dude.
Dang, it's making me want to have some tobacco right now. Let's not talk about it. I'm trying to be good. Man, I mean, I think that I feel like I've seen them have. No, that was at a drag race, but they have like activation tents at some of those races. So why not? I mean, we're right along with drag racing.
No, but like if you look at sponsors in the past and history, they've changed a lot, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we
I
used to
mean,
have,
Spitfire was a sponsor at one point, dude.
yeah, we used to have Bud Light too.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Sponsors are going to change whenever that decides to happen. I don't know when that happens, but they will change.
Hmm. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
I like change. I might be I might be moving to Louisville, Kentucky by the end of the year.